Just hold a cup up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're out and about here at Okoboji Market Update, and we are blessed to come to what I would call an icon.
Well, certainly.
A staple of the Iowa Great Lakes, a legendary spot.
Yep.
Welcome to the Taco House, ladies and gentlemen. They were kind enough to let us come in, Rob.
Yes, they were. One of my favorite places to come. Their salsa is wonderful. I've never had anything like it. So, it's good on food too, but it's good all by itself.
This is why I'm chuckling, ladies and gentlemen, because Rob has been accused of doing shots in the Taco House. And I said, they don't sell booze here. And by God, you know what he's shooting? It's hot sauce.
God, is it good?
He is doing it right out of the bucket. So definitely something that you get, that you can serve yourself when you do order food here. You can't come in and just take it. You got to order some food. So keep that in mind.
Well, unless you pay for it, they'll charge you for it.
You can kind of get a cup to go too if you want. Started in 1966.
Yep.
Now, Christy and Todd Hamrick are now the current owners. They've had it previous to 2020, and they have been through a lot with this particular business. Christy started here she's been here 22 years.
Yeah.
Started when she was 17.
Yeah.
So a lot of history here. She knows the role. She knows everything about the place and everything that they serve and do here. So.
Oh yeah, and then bought it in 2020, and then all of a sudden, COVID. And they had to do some modifications to it, but they still were open, and they still did a great job here. They still are.
Yes, they are. They made it happen, ladies and gentlemen. It continues to roll.
Yep.
The one thing about it is, we can't say it enough, it's legendary in the area with what they have offered here.
Yeah.
We've got a couple things that are fantastic here. Of course, one of my favorites is the meat and cheese nacho, just the meat and cheese. And of course, got to throw it out there. You got to get the famous soft shell. Everybody wants a soft shell.
Soft shell, that's good.
Yep.
The friolatos, which not a lot of people don't understand what those are, but those are really good. The chilaquiles, they're great. The porco plato is good. I've had just about everything here, and it's just all wonderful.
You bet. So there's one thing about it that is amazing about now that social media is out. Before social media, and you know this, Rob, growing up here, I've been around here 30 plus years, is the opening and closing date for this particular facility. Now, there's a lot of restaurants in the Iowa Great Lakes, and they all do a wonderful job.
Yep.
This one right here brings more attention to that opening date than any one place that I've ever heard of, and it also the closing date. You'd better get there before October 15th.
Yep.
It's opening March 15th.
Yep.
So it just is a flurry of talk.
It is.
And people drive from all over.
Come to the Taco House.
Yeah. Businesses out of Spencer, Iowa. When I lived there, they would call up here and order a whole slew of food and items, and send one person up over the lunch break to get those items. So it is just, it's amazing what this place has brought, what it's done. Of course, they've added on to the kind of the south here a little bit years ago.
Yeah.
It used to be just this kind of this inside area that we're talking about.
I remember when I was a little kid coming here, none of this was here. It was just, you had to go up to a window outside and order, and it was all outside except for the kitchen part. And it was huge back then.
Yeah.
You know. I can't remember what year it was they added this on where you had indoor seating. I can't remember what year it was, but it's been a while.
And I mean, it just continues to flourish. People just they come here for, the lines are incredible.
Yeah, they are.
They're nonstop.
They certainly are.
We thank them for letting us stop in here. Come by and do a shot. Try the food, ladies and gentlemen. Can't beat it. So let's talk a little real estate, Rob. Hinn. Talk about programs all the time. It's always a constant thing with how's the market, how's interest rates.
Yeah.
Something we study all the time.
Yeah, so. And we're unconscious of it, and interest rates, they are up there right now. I noticed that within the last few days they have come down. They're well under 7%. There's the always theory of interest rates do come down during an election year. Well, they have to a certain extent here, but most years they have. But this year they are coming down, but not as fast as what they have. Is there any correlation with interest rates in election years? Not really, but it just tends to seem to come down on election years.
But you can always look for great programs too, ladies and gentlemen. There's grants out there, Rob. There's you veterans. Take advantage of those situations. There are there buy down programs. If you can make that work for you. Banks are wanting to they want to get you in a house just as much as we do.
Yeah, and there's grants out there for not only for the first time home buyer or veterans, but if you've had 3 or 4 homes, you can still qualify for a grant for down payments. So talk to your local bank or your bank that you work with. They're out there. So even though home prices are up there, and I don't see anything coming down because of the inventory that we have. And rates are up there, but the banks are still, and our local governments are trying to get people into homes, even if it's with grants. So take a look at it. It's worth it.
Absolutely. So homes are still moving, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. We all see that. How's the market? And quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, July 1st, Rob Hinn, buyer's agreement. So you will need to, if you want to look at a home, you physically want to look at a home, you're going to have to sign that buyer's agreement. So,
with that agent. So
with that agent,
be mindful of who you decide to pick for a buyer's agent, but because you'll be tied to them.
So you got to make sure that you keep everybody aware. As we got to keep everybody aware. Transparency is the key. So keeping you informed of everything that we're doing, and making it all honest and simple. Not that we have ever been. So, the other direction.
Some bad people made it really hard for all the good ones.
There you go. It's just that few I call them the 5%ers. That just kind of made things a little bit more difficult. And that's what brought the NAR to this ruling. So anyway, we thank the Taco House so much for letting us come by. It's fantastic food. We highly recommend it. Stop by and see them. Also, check out all of our listings, all of our information by Okoboji.com.
And check us out on YouTube. Subscribe and smash that like button. And the Taco House is open every day from 10 to 8, is it?
I believe
10 to 8. Yes. So
you bet.
Be sure to come down here and check it out. You guys will like it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A little Snapchat, a little TikTok, a little Instagram. We do it all, a little social media, and have a lot of fun doing that. So once again, thank you so much for joining us. I am Jimmy McLenz, and I'm all about you.
I'm Rob Hinn. Say something nice to somebody. Make them feel good. Thanks.